Jeez. So thanks for joining us. So for tonight, for the announcement of the winners of the Future Climate, Future Home Adapt Me competition. I'll quickly just set the scene. So my name's Julian Bolleter. I'm the director of the Australian Urban Design Research Centre, which is the research centre at the University of Western Australia in Perth, WA. And so we've orchestrated this competition, the Future Climate, Future Home Adapt Me competition, as part of a broader research project that we're doing for local and state government in Western Australia. The impetus for the competition was that the latest IPCC report paints such a grim picture of climate change and predicting soaring heat stress worldwide. And we know that globally, heat stress is a killer that is responsible for more deaths than any other natural disaster. Despite this, the design and planning implications of increasing temperatures on urban precincts and open spaces and housing remain poorly understood, and preparing urban communities to be climate ready is critical. So we desperately need both evidence-based and innovative urban design adaptation measures to increasing temperatures. This was the background out of which this competition emerged and has been set. As you will recall, as entrance to the competition, we asked you to select a 200 by 200 metre site in a city or town or worldwide, and to really look at adapting that site to projected temperature increases to 2099 as part of the IPCC's SSP 37 plus 4 degree scenario, a different world. So the competition was open to students and to graduates with a total prize pool of $15,000 Australian. We have some of the judges with us tonight, and we were lucky to have a range of expertise represented on the judging panel. We had Dr. Sylvia Tavares, who's an urban planner and the founder and co-lead of the Bioclimatic and Socio-Technical Cities Lab at the University of the Sunshine Coast. We also had Professor Maria Ignatieva, a landscape architect and professor of landscape architecture at the School of Design at the University of Western Australia. And she's also president of the Urban Biodiversity and Design International Network. And we have Andrew Lilliman, an architect and director of one of Australia's leading architectural practices, Ashton Raggett McDougall, from Melbourne in Australia. And Dr. Robert Cameron, who's a smart cities expert and urban designer, who's an associate lecturer at the Australian Urban Design Research Centre at the University of Western Australia. So my background is in landscape and urban design, and I served as competition director and helped to facilitate the judging process of the entries. So the entries were judged according to evidence of their working knowledge of climate-sensitive urban design strategies and the development of innovative approaches. Rather than being just a purely technical exercise, the judges recognised entries that demonstrated creative engagement with increasing temperatures as a springboard to designing delightful and sociologically enriching, innovative urban proposals. The competition ended up having 204 entrants across about 102 teams, and we received a huge diversity of entries from all over the world, including countries such as Iraq, Japan, Nigeria, Australia, Turkey, Russia, Belarus, Poland, China, the UAE, and the US, amongst others. So it was a truly global pool of entrants and a significant number of entrants. So I will now walk you through the 10 commended entries, and then we will review the top 3 winning entries. The commended entries are in no particular order and will all receive a certificate. Okay. So the first of the commended entries, congratulations to Francesca Montella, Maria Petrold, and Marco Santini from Italy and France for your commended entry. We know that topography can have major effects on urban climate, as cooler air tends to coalesce into lower-lying areas. With such thinking in mind, this novel and compelling entry proposed a constructed ravine carved into an urban space in Aix-en-Provence in France as part of a Mediterranean rewilding network. Congratulations to the team for their commended entry. Next is entry number 76, which concerns the Fahidi neighbourhood in Dubai, which was a student entry. And there is much to be learnt from traditional Arabic Islamic urbanism about adaptation to extreme heat. This conscientious entry sought to adapt the Fahidi neighbourhood in Dubai through careful analysis of the existing condition and sensitively applied adaptation strategies such as blue-green corridors, shaded wind paths and cooling courtyards. Congratulations to Keith Vernon Castellina from India for your commended entry. Next was entry number 59, a graduate entry called Return of the Crows from Japan. Drawing on dystopian fiction, this evocative entry focused on the role of crows in seeding urban ruins with seeds to create an urban forest of epic proportions. The proposal reinterprets the role of crows to offer a radical new way of climate-adapted living in Kabukicho in Japan in 2099. Congratulations to Yutaro Takayuso, Daisuke Akadome, Mayuki Kondu, and Tukumi Murakami from Japan for your commended entry. Next, entry number 35 was about a Terra cooling park in Nigeria, and this was another graduate entry. This elegant proposal for Lagos in Nigeria proposes a climate shelter within a park which stands as an oasis of thermal comfort within Lagos's suffocating urban heat island in 2099. The shelter features a prominent wind catcher which draws cooler air from the outside while expelling hot interior air through natural convection. Congratulations to Mubarak Olawui from Nigeria for your commended entry, and I apologise for my probably terrible pronunciation. Okay, our next commended entry is called Breathe Bloc. This was from Perth in Australia, and this was a tertiary student entry. This extraordinarily detailed entry evokes the Breathe Bloc, a climate-adapted community designed for a dynamic population. Modular housing forms the backbone of this neighbourhood and allows openings through that channel the southwesterly sea breeze through communal spaces and into private dwellings. The result is a neighbourhood that breathes. Congratulations to Adrian Nya from Malaysia for your commended entry. Okay, moving through our commended entries, only a few to go, is entry number 42, referred to as the Scavenger grid from Barcelona, a tertiary student entry. This visually striking and conceptually bold commended entry describes a climate-ravaged Barcelona in 2099, where the apartment buildings of Serda's grid mutate from homes into survival machines. Congratulations to Erim Eshu from Turkey for your commended entry. Next is entry number 26, concerning Erbil in Iraq, an ancient city. This evocative entry focused on the ancient city of Erbil in Iraq and restores the ecological and cultural roles of currently dry seasonal water channels through water recycling. The result enriches the citadel with water and life while fostering a renewed sense of identity. Congratulations to Sarah Bala and Joel Tanzi from Iraq for your commended entry. Okay, one of the last of our commended entries, number 47, from the Gold Coast, lands of the Kombumerri people, a graduate entry. This beguiling entry from Queensland and Australia explores the transformation of barren stormwater drains into cooling wetlands within a mosaic of wetland plant species, shimmering water bodies, and medium density housing. Congratulations to Thomas Collins and Kelly Norche from Australia for your commended entry. Okay, back to Japan, entry number 27, Back to the Forest, a tertiary student entry. This beautifully illustrated entry sets out a degrowth influence process for Japanese cities to transform into forest cities by 2099. Congratulations to Yuya Ota, Ayani Makami, Kira Nishitani from Japan for your commended entry. And the last of the commendations is the building block, which is a proposal and entry for Perth, and it's a tertiary student entry. Finally, this alarmingly professional entry documents a real and grounded project that takes into account planning constraints, local context, future growth, and climate scenarios with technical climate solutions that are simple and affordable and deliverable. Our congratulations to Rilo Satiniano from Indonesia for your commended entry. Okay, thank you and congratulations to all the commended entries. There were 10 of them. And now we'll proceed to announce the winners, starting with third place, second place, and then the overall winning entry. Okay, in third place was Phong Nam Village, which is a Vietnamese village precinct project completed by a graduate in Vietnam. This compelling entry documents a master plan for Phong Nam Village that combines impressive technical modelling through EnviMet with detailed climate adaptation strategies appropriate and deliverable within the context of vernacular housing. The judges were impressed by the extraordinary level of detail and conscientiousness in this distinctly village and Vietnamese project. Congratulations to Nguyen Hoang Quan from Vietnam for your third place entry. Second place was a project entry number 34 called Wind 2099, set in Guangzhou, and it was completed by tertiary students. This exceptionally well-resolved entry documents an urban precinct in Guangzhou that integrates a wind-assisted mist system comprising misting infrastructure, which absorbs sensible heat via evaporation, and a fan system responsible for transporting cooled air into the precinct. Rather than drifting into fantasy, these climate solutions proposed are grounded in real technology and even prototypes. Congratulations to Kailin Zheng and Yuxi Zhang from China for your second placed entry. And finally, in first place, a proposal, an entry called JUICE, a graduate entry. This compelling entry documents an urban precinct in Perth, Australia, that takes climate responsive lessons from the past to adapt to the projected future. Such retrospective innovation includes moorish central courtyards, stepped water wells, flooded communal caverns, and mushrabia window boxes, all for passive cooling. Rather than a purely technical exercise, the entry demonstrates creative engagement with increasing temperatures as a springboard to designing delightful, sociologically enriching, and innovative urbanism. Congratulations to Neil Cownie from Australia for your very well-deserved first place entry. So a genuine thanks to you all again for participating in the Adapt Me competition and trusting us with your creative endeavours. Winners and commended entries will be contacted so they can receive their certificates and prizes. And if winning entrants could also, in the top 3, contact us with their email address on the website, again, that would be helpful. Entries are now being uploaded onto the competition website, and the first to third place will be up there shortly, with the commended entries to follow soon after. Genuine commiserations to those who didn't receive a prize. It is by the very nature of competitions that more entries are submitted than can receive awards. If your entry was not awarded, doesn't mean it wasn't a meaningful contribution and that it wasn't worthy. We have other competitions waiting in the wings. Please follow the Australian Urban Design Research Centre or me, Julian Bolleter, on LinkedIn, and we'll provide you updates. Thanks again for participating, for trusting us with your creative endeavours. Wishing you a good night, and we will be in touch soon via LinkedIn and email. Thank you to you all.